Number two, I'm afraid he just told us what we always knew, that nobody these days in international cricket travels well. The two teams played in India in 2015. It was 3-0 out of 4 with one washed out. Now we go across to South Africa, and it's 2-0 to South Africa, with India barely competing for about half an hour in this series so far. You'd imagine there will be a lot of questions asked. There'll be many things discussed in this Kent extra innings post-game show. But for the moment, we've got to congratulate South Africa on taking the series 2-0. We did a lot of pre-game shows, and I'm not afraid to admit that I thought this was India's best chance of going across to South Africa. I thought the batsmen were settled, they'd all been there before, that the fast bowlers it was a good fast bowling attack, and as it turned out, it was a one-sided series. Murali Karthik is here, Jonty Rhodes is here. Series over, there's one to play, but it's over.
Yeah, and we can't say that we didn't have chances, because as you said in your opener, 208 to win in South Africa in the first game, 287 by all means. Yes, I understand that it's never been chased or generally has not been chased, but as we've been seeing that it's a world number one side versus world number two, you wanted or you expected this batting lineup to possibly get at least closer or to put up a fight, which we haven't seen in the fourth innings of both the test matches.
It's worth looking at over the last 7.5 days that the series has taken. At how many points were India ahead, at how many points were the equal, and at how many points was South Africa ahead? And to be honest, other than the first half an hour, when Bhuvneshwar Kumar took 3 for 12 in Cape Town, I can't remember a moment when India were ahead in the series. India competed on 2 or 3 occasions, but really it's been South Africa's who's done all the running. India's done the catching.
Yeah, I think it's not also all just doom and gloom. I mean, it's a 12-month period where you are going to be spending as an Indian team a lot of time away from home. So what you have to do is go, okay, which are the areas that we did well in? Certainly the bowling from that point of view, they adapted really well to the lines and the lengths. But you've got to say, and it's exactly that, you can't just win a session in Test cricket. You've got 3 in the day. You've got to win at least 2 sessions. And the key there is identifying those moments when, hey, this is where the game actually hangs in the balance. It might be the first innings, but we can actually dominate the game from now. And that's what India has to do as a team. They've got to go back and, sure, everyone's made mistakes, and the batting, the bowling, the fielding has let them down at times. But identify those moments and say, the next time we do this, those are the sessions we've got to win.
It's interesting that Jonty Rhodes says that, because I was watching a review of the Ashes, England versus Australia, and Brett Lee said something very interesting. He said when Australia lost the Ashes, the first thing they said is, what did we do right? Right, let's build around what we did right, and then try and work on what we did wrong. So if you had to look at what India did right in this series, and we will talk about what they did wrong, what would you identify, Karthik?
I think the fact that they picked enough bowlers to get 20 wickets, it's a question whether by dropping Bhuvi, that's always going to be a question, but still we got 20 wickets in both the test matches. That's what you generally are told that wins test matches, which we did. But did we have the right combination, or was our mental approach right to batting on those conditions? Sorry, in those conditions? And did we have enough time on our hand? Possibly, did we acclimatize to those conditions soon enough? Because 2 matches, both of them are gone now.
It is indeed. I mean, there is a game still to be played, but however well you do that, the series is still gone. So the bowling did all right for India. I mean, Bhuvneshwar bowled all right, didn't play the next game. That's a separate story in itself. But Shami's got wickets. Bumrah has been the big plus in the series. Ishant has bowled well, but the batting has struggled, isn't it?
The batting has struggled, Harsha, but again, it's kind of harsh to say all the batting and generalize with that.
True.
You know, you had
Kohli's 150?
Yeah, Hardik Pandya's 90 in Cape Town. And you kind of look back and you say, okay, so we're asking the guys to play with flair and play the way that they know how to play in Indian conditions. Can they do it in South Africa? So good to see Hardik Pandya doing that. It really was, with Virat Kohli, shining lights from the batting point of view.
It is. So it's an interesting way of looking at that series, though. What did you right? What did you do wrong? And on this program, we'll evaluate a lot of those things. But for the moment, it's time to go back to Centurion, because we have a post-game presentation to bring you to. Here it is.
Presentation of the Sunfor Test match between South Africa and India. First of all, we'd like to thank Sunfor for their continued support of Test cricket in this country. It is really appreciated. To introduce you to the post-match presentation party, we've got John Wright, President of Northerns Cricket Association, Shabir Mohammed, the Wilton Group Gauteng Operations Manager, And before we speak to the Indian captain, first of all, just to let you know,